Most of my close friends know I'm very concerned about the rate in which automation is taking jobs and what that means for middle class families and their children. I'm not really concerned about me and my age bracket, but I am concerned about my daughter and all of her friends and what this means for them. I'm afraid we're probably heading into a UBI situation, which is going to be a nanny state like Australia. I think we're gonna have to tax robots and give some of that back to the people. But what that means, that UBI, it means tight control, tight government control, and thinking forward for the kids and what they're going to have to deal with. I would like for them to have a little bit of freedom. So I'm trying to come up with ideas in ways that we can preserve the wealth that we have in our families now from the industrial age where we were participating in the system and we're being compensated for that. And, because as you know, before unions, we were serfs and poor people were treated very badly and the wealthy were all taken care of, which is where I think we're going. I think robots are going to be taking care of these wealthy and we're going to be managed. The poor and middle class people, they're going to manage us the best they can, which is going to be horrific in my book. So I've been kicking around ideas, as I think we all should be kicking around ideas. This isn't a doom and gloom pitch. This is a solution. So I hope you're ready for something interesting. And again, I'd like some feedback. And if you have ideas, I'd like to hear them. Okay, spoiler alert, this is not a civil disobedience strategy. This is an economic strategy. So if you're used to some of my other videos, which do not require operating capital, this is more for the middle class families that still have a little bit left. Even before COVID, people weren't going into work in the office anymore. More and more people are working from home, at least the people that aren't being replaced by automation completely. Most of them are working from their house now. So commercial real estate during COVID took a massive hit. And I think they're doing exactly what they did in 2008, where they're hiding that loss that the commercial real estate has taken due to the fact that no one's going downtown and working anymore. And just like in 2008, when it comes to recognizing that loss, they're going to push it onto the taxpayers, and we're going to have to pay for it. So I'm trying to figure out what we're going to do with this commercial real estate. My favorite sector so far is banking. They have some beautiful brick and mortar locations, and they seem to be dumping them. Most of them are going to digital currency anyway. It's easier for them to move around imaginary money now. So I really look to see them dumping these properties. So there's a bank in Westfield, Parramatta, next to my old office, and they were converting it to a retail environment. And I heard the construction workers complaining about ripping the vault out, how it's a pain in the ass. So that's one of the big downsides to people buying these banks is those massive vaults in there. And I personally would love to have a massive vault. And some of these old vaults are really neat antiques. Since 2008, my family no longer trusts the Wall Street casino. So we don't put our money into 401ks and Roth IRAs. We put our money into physical. We either invest in property or precious metals or, something physical and real. And finally, getting to the point of this pitch, my idea is to buy one of these beautiful old buildings and turn it into an artisan collective. Each member would have to rent their retail space, vault space, and sleeping quarters, while the shower facilities would all be shared. Living in this co-op would give artisans the low overhead needed to sustain. I can envision the bank drive-thru being used as a coffee drive-thru or a restaurant drive-thru. The bottom line of this concept is stop investing $500,000 in your kids' education at college just to have them have their job replaced by a robot, and invest in yourself, in hard resources, and this is a college replacement for our kids in the future. This is a way for them to be okay whether or not. Now, if they want to develop this and then move out on their own, great, but this is a great way for a seed to start and to get developed. So what do you think?